and welcome once again to Let's Start Cooking. I'm Wayne, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And if not and you're returning, welcome back. This is the channel where we try to show that you can make good food and you don't have to spend a fortune on equipment, you don't have to spend a fortune on ingredients. You can make really good food in simple ingredients and simple equipment. So what we're gonna do today is, if you like honey or if you like garlic, we're gonna make a delicious garlic honey chicken dish. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take 3 chicken breasts, and these are just regular breasts. We didn't do anything to them yet, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna wanna score these on one side. And all we wanna do now, we don't wanna go all the way through, but we're just gonna score just a little bit down, just like that. Right like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it and we're gonna go this way with it. And again, just be careful that you don't go too deep. We don't wanna go all the way through them, but we just wanna score them like that, because what we're doing is we wanna get nice cubes like that. And we're gonna do that to all 3. And when you do this, you wanna make sure the chicken breasts are about the same size, because we wanna cook these evenly. And we don't wanna have to wait for one and pull one out. But we're just gonna score this right on down through. Like I said, we're just gonna cube them up. And if we don't get too deep, we're gonna make sure that we go deep enough without going all the way through. And we'll do this last one. And this is a really, really easy recipe, because we're not gonna use a whole lot of ingredients. We're not gonna use more than 1 pan, which is nice. We're not gonna dirty up the kitchen. And that's all there is to the chicken. That's what we're gonna do. We just slide this out of the way real quick. And we're gonna take this and we're just gonna season this a little bit with salt and pepper. And this, again, I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm using, because this is to everybody's personal taste. If you like a lot of pepper, you know, put it on. If you don't like a lot of salt, or you can't have a lot of salt, then don't use it. That's one thing that's nice. You can do whatever you want with your own recipe. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set these to the side. And we're just gonna take regular all-purpose flour. And what we wanna do is we're gonna dredge these in flour, and we're gonna do it on both sides, and we wanna make sure we get in all the nooks and crannies, and then we're gonna make sure we shake them off, because we don't wanna coat it in flour. And that's why I'm rolling it up a little bit. Shake it off. And we're gonna do the same thing to each one of them. And again, as you can see, now you might need more flour, or just move the pan around, but you can get all this in one shot. You don't need a whole lot, because again, we're just trying to coat this a little bit. We don't want to pack it on. We'll get these all nice and coated. And once we have these done, shake them off. We'll set these to the side. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our pan nice and hot, and we'll go on to our next step. Once we dredge our chicken, we're heating our pan up. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of regular butter, and we're gonna let that melt down in through. Now I like to, whenever I'm cooking, I like to taste the butter, and I also like to add some olive oil. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to this. And we're gonna let all this melt down and get nice and hot for us. Get our pan nice and hot. We're just gonna take our chicken. We're just gonna lay it cube side down, right into our oil and butter. And we're gonna cook this for about 3 minutes on each side. Now, because we scored the chicken, we wanna make sure we don't cook this too long, because we don't want it to dry out. So we're only going to shoot, like I said, for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So we'll let this go. 2 to 3 minutes, like I said, it's about all you want. We're just going to flip them over. Want that nice golden brown. And again, we're not trying to cook these completely because we are going to cook these a little bit more. So we just want to make sure they're nice golden brown. Cook these for a little bit longer. Now that we have this far, we've gotten this far, what we want to do now is we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So again, this is a very simple recipe. We're going to take a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We're going to take some soy sauce. We're going to take some minced garlic. And again, you can use regular garlic if you want to do it. You can use, I wouldn't suggest using garlic powder. And let this mix up for a little bit. We're going to add in another tablespoon of butter. I'm going to let that melt down. I'm going to turn the heat down now a little bit. And now to this, we're going to add 1/3 cup of honey. Now you can use maple syrup if you would want to, but a lot of it's just basically corn syrup. So you have to get real maple syrup. So I'm just using honey, plus it won't be as sweet because we don't want this to be really, really sweet. And we're just gonna take that and we're gonna have this now reduce down and we're gonna make a nice sauce out of this. And we want this chicken to sit in here with this because we're gonna slowly coat this as this thickens up into our nice sauce that we're gonna make. We'll turn the heat up just a little bit. And we'll let this reduce down. And as it reduces, we're just gonna put this right over our chicken. And that's really all that we have to worry about with this recipe. It's an easier recipe. It's all in one pan. We don't have to worry about, oh my God, I got to dirty the whole kitchen up to make a dinner. And I know, I've worked in many of kitchens, and I know that a lot of people are going to question, well, I don't want to spend $70 to make one meal. We've all known it, we've done it. We try to make a special meal for a certain holiday, and this doesn't cost a whole lot. You can do this anytime. It's not going to cost a lot of money. It's simple, and it tastes very, very good. So we'll let this reduce down now, and we'll get our nice thick sauce. Now, as you can see, we start to thicken this up, and we're making a nice sauce out of this. So what we want to do now is we're just going to drizzle it over our chicken. And that's really all we have to do with this. You can let this sauce get, I wouldn't let it get really, really, really thick because you're not going to be able to pour it on. But that's all we do. We're just going to coat this a little bit. Turn off our heat. And this is one of the simplest dishes that you can make. And I guarantee you, your family's going to love it. So we'll move this out of the way real quick. Just take one of these for now. There's the pack. Nice and white inside. You know it's done. You can smell the garlic coming off this, and actually smell the honey too. It's nice and tender. You get that sweetness. You get just a hint of that little bit of tang from the vinegar. the apple cider vinegar, but not a lot. You get the sweetness, you get the garlic. I know you're gonna enjoy this meal. I hope you like this video. I hope you'll like and share it. Tell your friends about it. Leave a comment, let us know how we're doing. And by all means, I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week.